Hi, good afternoon, and welcome to MyProjectz. I'm the CEO, Ateeq Ahmed. We're here today to talk about something interesting, something innovative, something you guys have been waiting to hear. Everyone's been interacting. Everyone's been feeling that moment of what is happening, what's going on. So, with no further ado, let's move on. But before we do that, let's tell you and let's show you what the healthcare industry thinks of us. You've seen what people have to say about us. You've seen how we interact, how we assist, how we help. No matter if you're new, no matter if you're old, it doesn't matter how big or small your organization is. We are there to help, to assist. Not only in your tenders, as you've seen from the reviews, we're here to assist you to set up a new organization. We're here to assist you in the background, to give you the HR support, to give you support in your compliance. We have dealt and developed and assisted and made organizations bigger, better, and worth a very good value. So today, as you know, and most of the world does, MyProjectz had something to talk about. We've had influx of messages. We've had people emailing. We've even had the phone calls. We've had the SMSs. So what is this all about? Well, before we get to that, let's talk about something we lived that you've been living for the most of your life. We've been living in a world where we struggle. We want to put things together. We go out hunting. We go out looking for new businesses. But the question is, how easy is it to win? So, what we did was we understood your pain. We understood what you go through. And together with you, holding your hand through this journey, what we've managed to do is understand the limitations we have as an organization. Now, when I say that, limitation doesn't mean you are limited. It means where you stand. Do you have a CQC rating? Have you even been inspected yet? What is your rating? What accreditations do you hold? These whole factors all add up and they all bring one thing together. What are the chances of a win? So, what we've done now and what we've developed and what we're bringing together is something that will not only shock you, not only bring a smile to your face, not only relieve you of the pain that you've been enduring during these times, these years of trying to win new business. Us here at MyProjectz, we're not just a healthcare consultancy. We are here to take you and join you on your journeys. We sit in the same reality as you do. We run the same operations as you do. We build and work under the same pressures you do. So, the things that we had to build on and the things that we had to get working for you guys to start up a healthcare agency. How does it even work? Everyone just throws something up in the air and says, oh, you know what? Oh, I'll run a dom care. I'll run supported living. But no one ever tells you, how does this all come together? What makes this work? What's the magic? But this is where MyProjectz comes in. You've all seen it in the reviews. We've helped, we've assisted, we've developed, we've successfully opened new organizations. We've successfully assisted you in building structure, in putting in a proper HR, going out there to find new business, to delve and make better things out of your organization. But the main thing is, once you've opened up this new business, once things are actually happening, where do the opportunities come from? Now, opportunities is something you can go out there and find manually. You can be there in person. You can go leaflet dropping. You can speak to the GPs. You can go and speak to the hospitals. You can try to go through friends and family. But the original and the most important thing here is, if you don't have a contract, you don't have growth. We've got to look at things that there are two ways of operating here. One is we run by chance. And God help us all. And I really mean that. And with that, we come across and we face a lot of difficulties. And some of those challenges are, we're going to sit there, we're going to employ someone, we're going to pay a wages, we're going to make things happen. Miracles will come from somewhere. But the key factor is, we all know that to go out there and get new business, it's about finding a tender. But do you meet its requirement? Are you eligible? And I think the real question is, can I win? And where do we end up? We all end up back to zero. The starting point. How will it happen? Clients, customers, whatever you want to call yourself. Here at MyProjectz, when we join you or you join us, we like to call you family. And we'll treat you like family. We are with you, we hold your hand, and we take you on those journeys. We ensure you feel comfortable. And most importantly, you feel at home. So, what we do is we sit down with you, we understand you, we talk to you. And most importantly, we try to find out who you are. Now, that in itself is a journey. That in itself is something that a lot of clients don't have time for, because they're running around and they're trying to make ends meet. They're trying to ensure that they're ready to pay at the end of the week the wages of their carers. But they don't know where this money is going to come from, because they don't have enough hours in the business to invoice to ensure that there's going to be money in the bank. The biggest problem is sometimes opportunities are always out there. But how do we find the right one? So what we did was, as we worked with you over the years, we endured the same pain. We have specialists sit that with us at MyProjectz, and their only job is to go and find opportunities for you. And once you found that opportunity, it's never enough, because you are going between 40 to 65 portals trying to get the information of that tender, that opportunity. How do I know? How do I even understand I'm eligible? You don't. You never will, until you read it, you digress it, you understand it, you break it down. And now we're delving between anything to 60 to 300 pages. Just to get what? To find out at the end that you can't even apply for this because you don't have rating, or because you have never been inspected, or because you're a new business. Or maybe you don't have the policies. Maybe you don't have CPD accreditation. Maybe you don't have a carbon reduction plan. These are all full stop factors for you. But if you had that information at a click of a button, how much time would you save? How much money would you save? Time is money. Not just because the cost behind it can be exceptionally large and very costly to the organization. We need to understand the opportunity that lays before us. The information is so scattered and it's so hard to get your hands on sometimes that even if you've read the requirements page, the ITT, everything that goes behind it, it still doesn't make sense to you. That's an issue because you don't know what you're applying for, and you might be a missed opportunity. This is where MyProjectz falls in. Being a healthcare consultancy, we understand that process. We understand that element. We find the right opportunity for you. But again, just like you, we've got a team that sits there. Hours, days are invested, are plowed upon just to find the right opportunity that suits your business, your organization. So just let's take that to a fact. Imagine you're looking for that opportunity. You're reading that ITT. And after you've just read 80 to 200 pages to finally find out, I'm not suitable for this requirement, you would have lost your momentum by then. You would have lost the will to just plow on, to win. Your hunger starts to die with you. And yes, I get it. There's many organizations out there. There's many healthcare consultants out there. And what they do, they promise you the world. We all know the motto at MyProjectz, right? We don't make false promises. It doesn't exist. We show you reality because we live that reality. No one can ever promise you a win. It's impossible. But one thing we do promise you is the best service to be provided, not only to try to win a tender for you, but to deliver you the best write-up, the best service. And just like we've created many, many wins to win something for you. But again, that's just not the end of the journey, is it? We can all win, but it's about getting the business afterwards. That's a very key factor. A lot of organizations win tenders, but there's no work. Just like a piece of paper you can hang on your wall. Oh, I passed my GCSEs. Here you go. Not fun, really, is it? The point is, we can all pass an exam, but it's about, can we get the job? So, we can win a tender, but can we get the work? We don't promise you that we'll win the tender, and after we've won that tender, we're going to guarantee you work afterwards. No one can give you that. No one can make that promise. Because after you've won a tender, what you don't realize is, especially for the people that are new in this organization, who are new and fresh to healthcare, is that after you've won a tender, there's so much that needs to happen in the background. There's so much more development that needs to go in. Chase, understand things, sign new documents. Have you given the right bank details? Because if you do get work, where's the money going? So all these small things, they all add up. Again, this is where MyProjectz comes in. Not only do we assist you in writing the best tender, assisting in trying to win that tender, but if you also want the back-end support, Our team is there to provide you that. We are more than happy to put things together for you, to assist you, to ensure you've got the right paperwork in place, to ensure you are responding and communicating with the right people in the council or the NHS. Regardless of what tender you're going for, we can help. A lot of people live and work around dom care because that's all they understand. That's all they know. They don't understand the logic behind supported living. I don't expect you to, because it may be not your field, or it's something you never paid interest to, or you just think, oh, you know what, I've got so much on my plate dealing with dom care, I don't even want to understand supported living. No issues. We're here to help. When looking at tenders, the irony is, where do I go to get that tender? How do I find the right tender? We uncover tenders between 6 to 10 on a daily basis, and we advertise them. We share them with you. We give you as much information as we can. We extract all that information from the tenders, and then we bullet point them for you, that these are the policies required, these are the requirements, these are the ratings you need to have, everything. We try to give you everything. But even after we've given you everything, somewhere down that line, and we've seen it happen to many of us, either the tender is being stopped by the council, or they've just changed the artillery. It didn't require a rating before, now it does. Lot 1, 2, and 3 can be applied for with a non-CQC registration. Lot 4 and 5, you need to have a good rating. And then all of a sudden, in the middle of the tender, there's an announcement on Projectz, on B2B. And the announcement is not by the portal itself, but from the council telling you that the requirements have taken a change. Now, you're either paying attention to that or you're not. And this is where you win and you lose. This is where MyProjectz, again, comes in and assists you. Because if you're writing that tender yourself, you might not have the time of the day or the time of the night to look at all your emails promptly and respond to them. But if you have a consultancy, an agency who writes tenders, understands tenders, has the best writers around in the UK to provide that service, they will keep an eye on that for you. They will respond to that for you, so you don't lose that opportunity. Because you could be just there, you've done the final write-up, you missed that email, you missed the timeline. Now, we've faced that issue before, where the tender's timeline was not due until another 10 days. And now we've just received an email in our inbox saying us, it's now due tomorrow at 12 p.m. Ouch. What do I do? You can do scribbles, you could fail, or you could have been in touch with a consultancy like us maybe, who has the manpower, the tender writing power to put this together and have it delivered. Through our journeys of trying to get the right tenders, trying to understand what we're trying to achieve, are we heading in the right direction? Do we have the right information? Do we, or can we deliver what the requirements are of this particular tender? Applying for a tender is great, but do you have the manpower? Do you have the staffing? Do you have the people with the knowledge, with the qualifications, who are able to deliver what that tender requires. What we need to understand here is that the tender might have something that is, you could tick all the boxes. You could tick that you have safeguarding policy, you have slavery policy, you have all this other stuff that goes with it. You even have a carbon reduction plan. You have the best website in the world. Your social media speaks volumes. That doesn't win you a tender. Once you've got the tender, and even if you tick all the boxes for the requirements, can you deliver that tender? Do you have the staff? Are you just going for that tender for the sake of winning something? You could be based in Lewisham, but the tender is based out up in Yorkshire. And the first question me and my team always get is, oh, I really want it, but I don't know if I can deliver. We understand that. We completely understand that. Again, here to help, here to assist. And we've done that for many people. We're always here to be with you. During this journey of trying to find what is the right tender for you, trying to understand and just go to one place, it's like a dream come true. Just go to a portal that understands you. Be lovely, right? Just go somewhere where you could just click of a button and have all the information you actually ever required. Me, my team, we've been working hard, plowing away for over 2 years, understanding your pain, our pain, because we've lived the same pain as you. We've endured that. Because you're looking for the perfect tender for your client. And as you're going through everything, you're matching everything up. But then there's just 2 items in there that don't allow you or qualify you to be able to apply for that tender. So for 2 years, my team have been going to over 40 websites, 40 portals, whatever you want to call them, extracting, understanding how these tenders work, how they're delivered, how they're never sit in one place, never. You know, there's certain tenders that you've got to go from this website. There's certain tenders you can only get from that website. Oh, but you're not registered to that portal, so now you need to go and get registration done. You need to pay a subscription. You need to do so many things that are involved in it. Oh, but even if you apply for it, you still can't be part of the portal because you're not part of the county or you don't hold a contract in that county. So that's why you cannot have access to that portal. On average, from what we've learned and the people that we spoke to and the life we live with you is, if we look at the amount of subscriptions we pay just to get these tenders or understand where they're coming from, you on a monthly basis are paying over the odds of, you ready for this? Just over £85 a month. That's including every paid subscription tender portal that's available out there. And just by doing that, you are now able to be able to maybe find a tender for you if you have the time, you have the capacity, and you have the staff. So after tiresome nights, the fights, the back and forth, us here at MyProjectz and my beautiful team give to you MyProjectz tender portal. So why MyProjectz tender portal? Let's talk about the benefits. One of the best key elements to this is time comes back to you. You have ownership. Now you control how it works. We've given that to you at a push of a button. No more sleepless nights for you. No more trying to find the right opportunity. No more trying to figure out, does this work for us? Do we qualify? Are we in the right state? So, what we've done here for you at a click of a button is we've managed to put everything in one place. One of the biggest benefits is you stop missing opportunities. Do you know how harmful that is to you? And sometimes you've just lost the biggest opportunity that could have been your savior. And what do I mean by that? Now, just like other portals you've registered on or you subscribe to, they'll alert you that there's an opportunity. But there's an issue, right? You've got to register to every portal to find an opportunity, to be alerted for that opportunity. And then there comes a time in life that you've got an email from this subscription, from this subscription, from this subscription, and we just start counting. And then we've got numerous amount of emails with opportunities. But there's a key factor that we're missing in those opportunities. Not only are we sometimes missing the opportunity because we're so invested in being bombarded by all these emails that are just coming at you, and you don't have the time to look and read everything. And let's say you did. Let's say you've employed someone or a team that is doing this for you, and they strictly have one focus, one job, and that is, look at the tender. What's involved? How many of these are you going to read? How are you going to find out that all these opportunities that the portals are telling you are actually the right one for you? Are actually what your company should be tendering for? Does it actually suit you? The biggest point here is that you will know early enough that this opportunity has arrived. So now you're ahead of time. You're not finding out at the last moment. You don't have a friend, a companion, somewhere along the line in the business who's picked up the phone, dropped you a text message, a lovely WhatsApp, and said, "Oh, Sandra, were you aware that there was a tender available in Wolverhampton for domiciliary care that didn't require any rating? It has 4 lots. And out of those 4 lots, you could actually win 2 of those because you can work and supply everything of that's involved in there." But now you do. Now you can. Now it's not a missed opportunity, just like before. Now you have enough time to apply for that tender. You don't have a couple of days. You don't have a couple of minutes or a few hours. You have weeks, months to be able to take that opportunity, to decide if that opportunity actually is what you require and it fits your purpose. The most important thing here is pressure. It brings less and less pressure on your individuals. It releases stress. It makes you feel comfortable. It allows you to invest more time elsewhere. Now you know you are able to find an opportunity You are able to be there on time. You are not pressurizing your staff, yourself, most importantly, who's stressed out at all times, trying to find the right opportunity, trying to make sure they are in the right environment, trying to make sure they are registered and compliant with these websites, with these portals. You're there. And with the less pressure for all of the people in this organization, even for yourself, there comes the best bit here. Your deadlines become manageable. Key factor. I think it's like a selling point, don't you? You're going to assess someone and you want to take them on. And what do you need to do? You need to develop a care plan. You need to do a self-assessment. You need to ensure you've done a medication program. And there's just so much of this involved. And to do all of this, you've got all this paperwork. And thank God, we now live in an environment where most of this stuff has become automated. And you just push something on the tablet, you can automatically enter these information, and boom, you've got a care plan. Boom, you've got a rota. Just like that, your deadlines are manageable. So with this, the biggest thing here of all the benefits that I could have ever given you, my team could have given you, it's support when you need it. How many of us have already been with so many portals? We've been with so many websites, and we just can't figure out something. We can't get something done. And guess what it is? Drop us an email. We'll get back to you. Well, here it's a bit different. Not only do you have the support in email, we also have that support built in for a chat. And we also have a customer service number for you. Pick up that phone, give us a call. Happy to talk. The biggest support that anyone ever needs is, I want to do this tender. I now have all the information. I now understand that I am eligible to be able to possibly win this tender. Who's going to write it? Now, let's talk about the features. One of the biggest features is one unified tender portal. We have connected the dots. We've gone from portal to portal, from website to website. We've put everything together. We've connected the dots. So you don't have to. Our software, our algorithm is built and defined in such a way that we will find that opportunity. No matter where it sits, what portal it's on, what websites it's been available on, what's involved, we have put it in one space. With this comes one of the biggest and main features that no other portal has: advanced filtering. You can now filter what tender, type, property, what's involved. What do you need? You tick the box. You choose. You tell us, what is it that you're looking for? What is it that you want? There's no more taking guesses. There's no more, oh, I've got to read all this and put it and find out where it sits. No, nothing at all. After ticking all the boxes, making sure that you're putting in the right information. Now, that's a very key factor. If you don't put in the right information, if you don't tick the correct box, if you leave any information out, we can only give you what you asked. So give it to us all. Tell us what you want. With this comes the biggest challenge. After all the filters are put into place, after you ticked all the boxes, after you made the choices of what you're looking for, comes the complete tender information. That hard work, that bit where you've been working day and night, where you have been having your team or yourself spending tireless amount of time to get things right, to get the right information. Again, like we've spoken about this over and over and over again, that is that tender right? Am I suitable for it? Does it fit my bill? Does that opportunity make sense? Well, it will. Because you've got everything in one place. The tender description, the opportunity, the value. When is it due? How many people or organizations will actually win this tender? These are all questions you ask, but no one actually knows the answer to them unless you go through the itinerary, unless you understand the ITT. And that in itself is dog's work. But one click of a button, it's all there. What are the requirements? What are the policies required? Everything in one place. When you're doing these things, when you're bringing in these filters, when you're making your choices, save your tender to your favorites. Click of a button. Now, you can see the opportunity at place. You can choose what you want to do. And you can save it. You can come back to it as many times as you want. You can view it. You can share it. All of these features, all of these benefits, everything put into one house, one button for an annual subscription. What do we get with this? You get full access to every bit of information available at your fingertips. We've done all the hard work. We've put everything in one place. We've allowed you to now have information that you had to find, to fight for, to get accurate. Not only did we put all the information in one place for just a mere little price of what it will cost, but we also gave you one of the biggest features that no other portal offers you, and that is a built-in tender writing service. Get the tender you want. Also, get a tender writer to write it for you. This is one of the biggest key features available. You will have direct communication with your tender writer. They will talk to you. They will understand you. They will build your tender with you. They will hold your hand through the entire journey. They will ensure that whatever you want, how you want it, will be put into one place. If you don't know how to write a tender, you've never written one before, it's the perfect opportunity to have. Have an expert do it for you. Amongst all of this, we are now going to guide you through what are the processes of taking this portal yours. That's your login page. Very simple. Your name, your email address, your company, and your mobile number. Once all that data has been inputted, you click on the sign up button. Once you've clicked on the sign up button, you will receive an email with an OTP code. Once you've entered that OTP code in, that authenticates who you are, who your organization is. You are then able to create a password of your choice. And now you are granted access. You have a list of all the tenders that are available. At the moment, these tenders that you're seeing, or you will see, will be all the tenders that are currently available that have not expired to you. So now, let's go to the biggest benefits and the features of this. You can get healthcare tenders, not just healthcare. We can delve into the NHS tenders, bespoke services. We can even look at a complete review and a preview of what a tender entails. Select what registration status you hold. CQC, non-CQC, Ofsted. What kind of tender are you looking for? Is it NHS? Is it a DPS? Is it an FPS? Framework? Dynamic purchasing? A mini competition? Or spot purchasing? A very key feature to have, your service type. Is it domiciliary care? Are you looking for supported living? Living care, extra care, residential care, and the list goes on. Now this is something that we all endure and miss when we're looking for tenders, because we never know what this tender entails, and is it the right one for us? We now break it down further for you. Choose your county. A lot of us that come to us here at MyProjectz, we always want to be a bit more specific in what we need. We always want to talk about, oh, but I don't want to tender in this area. I strictly want it in this area. Or actually, I don't mind moving around the UK. You know, I can take one in Coventry, and I can take one in London, and I can take one up in Wales, and maybe down at Brighton. Select it. Tell us what you're looking for. And if it's available, the filter will make this magic happen. Another key factor, where a lot of us get stuck. And a lot of people come to us here at MyProjectz and say, I need business. I need to win a tender. I need to make it happen, but I don't have a rating. Or I do have a rating, but we had a hiccup with CQC and they've rated us inadequately. So I want to go for a few tenders, but every time I want to apply for them, after I've read the entire tender, I've just come to realize that I need to have a good rating or outstanding. Select the industry. Now, you've wandered everywhere. You've gone to every portal. You've been to every tender site available, but you want to specifically not be in the healthcare maybe. You want to get something done for staffing, strictly. You want to do something in security, aesthetics. Once that's all done, this is what it will look like. These are all the opportunities that are available to what you chose. Once you've made your selections, once you've chosen what you wanted, now comes the final bit. You can either add it to cart because you want to buy more. You can click on free consultation because you know what you want, but you might want something extra, or you might want to understand something. So book a consultation with us. We'll have a Teams meeting. We'll discuss, we'll talk about it. Or you know what you need, but you want it written for you. You buy the tender service. You buy a service where a tender writer will put this all together for you. In this, you have a feature which says, download the package. So basically, you can download the entire tender. You can go through this entire service. You can select everything that you want. But remember one thing, for you to be able to see what's involved in that tender, all the information, to be able to download it, to be able to share it, you have to complete your profile. Once your profile has been completed, you can now check out. You must agree to the terms and conditions. Once you've ticked all those boxes, once you've agreed to all the templates, you can check out. Once you've made your payment and everything is complete, whichever service you chose, that service will now begin. Another feature that you won't find anywhere else, you are able to see all your transactions made at MyProjectz. Every tender that you purchased to date, no matter how old it is. So people, you've seen it all. You've seen the benefits. You've seen the features. You've seen what we're bringing to you. Pain-free tender services. All of this at a click of a button. And all you got to do is subscribe for a mere cost of $29.99, paid annually. Right, so you've seen it all. You've seen what we put together. You know the importance. We've done the sleepless nights. We've had our battles. We've seen the challenges. Now, it's time to overcome those challenges. It's time to make things happen. It's time to choose what's right for you. No more paying expenses for consultants to do all the work for you. No more paying endless time to get that information, what's right for you. What we bring to you now is something that's going to save you hours and hours of not only work and time and efficiency, but the cost effectiveness of what you will gain from this. It doesn't matter if you're a company. It doesn't matter if you're an organization. It doesn't matter if you're a consultant. This is an open platform for you all. This is something that will assist you, help you develop things at a click of a button. You all knew that the 19th, something's happening. Well, here it is. We've given it to you. Now, I'm sure the next question is, when? When will I have access? Well, from the 1st of February, 2026, at 12 p.m. GMT, the portal goes live. Don't miss this opportunity. It's there. And we'd like to be there with you.